An autobiography that begins with one's birth begins too late.
In the middle of the story,
sometimes at the end.
I was formed by eons of earthquake
and the rise of mountains,
and the crushing of swamps into coal.
Old choices not my own set me down in one place and not another.
Old habits I had not made clung to me.
To honor them,
Recall them.
present them,
and admit my love
is to cast them off at last.
The fact that it is itself such an interesting place, its natural history and its geological history, it just cries out for interpretation and recognition. Also, a place becomes important when it has important politicians.
There's a rich heritage here in these hills and hollows and on the rivers. It goes back into the roots of who we are as West Virginians, who we are as Americans. We're so fortunate in this part of our state that God has so richly endowed us with these natural resources. And here was the crown jewel to protect such an area for generations to come after us. This is what we're on the face of the earth for. The people that said this is worth protecting.
Of course, the New River story much predates the establishment of the National River.
I can recall in high school, John Dragon, he had a dream about protecting the New River and making it a tourist attraction.
Probably my first visit down into the gorge, down in Thurman, that area, was on Valentine's Day. And I know it was Valentine's Day because that was the day I met John Dragan.
There were several fishermen that told my dad and other people that they were crazy for even thinking about going there on their own, let alone taking people commercially down into the gorge.
We all thought, oh wow, that's quite a dream, but we never really seriously took John for what his goals were.
John was really probably the key person that alerted people to the wonderful recreational resource we had.
It was something that needed to be shown. It was beautiful, it was wild, it was remote.
Everybody knew the potential that existed. It was just how you harnessed all of that energy that was building to protect and provide a truly recreational opportunity on the New River.
The gorge has a regionally significant story, but also its history really extends beyond that. The New River Gorge is rugged country, and it's not hospitable to human occupation. As rugged a place as it is nonetheless a natural corridor. It's hard to build down there in towns, anything like that, but it does have room to squeeze a railroad in. But by the time the Park Service comes there, the industrial history of the gorge is essentially over. So the gorge today, in some ways, is very similar to what it was before industrialization. It is empty of people.
So when my family came here in 1968 to start their business, There were not a lot of locals that wanted to be on the river. They would fish from the banks, or they would go from certain area to certain area in a raft or in a boat, but they would never go deep into the gorge. People were afraid. I travel all over the state and all over the country for work, and the people that I have run into can specifically name who their guide was when they went down the river, and it was with my father's company. It is a sense of pride for me to know that my parents started the first commercial whitewater rafting company in West Virginia. To know that it meant something very significant to those people that went down in the early days.
I was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, and one of the first initiatives I undertook was to protect the New River. It had a tremendous amount of grassroots support. It took a lot of the business community involvement. It took the civic clubs around the area. It took just the people on the street being excited about it.
There is more to the New River Gorge than just the river.
We used the New River as a backbone.
We've got mountain biking, we've got hiking, we've got rock climbing, bird watching.
We created the largest system of federally protected rivers east of the Mississippi.
And I think that over time, more recognition has come to each one of those.
It really puts you on a different map worldwide.
And the experience that they bring into the area is different. I've been all over the country and I've been all over the world, and there is nothing like the New River Gorge.
It's just special. It's just special. All you have to do is experience it.